Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, please subscribe to see more videos like these. Today I am sharing with you my most favorite recipe to make a really delicious garlic butter salmon. It's something that you will enjoy making with these easy steps, something that you can make in around 20 minutes on a weekday after a long stressful day at work. Let's get right into it. Here now I'm going to go ahead and lay out my pieces of salmon. I'm using 4 pieces for this recipe. This salmon has the bone in it, it's not the fillet type. So I had gone ahead and washed it with some lemon juice and some vinegar. Now I'm just gonna be sprinkling some olive oil before I go ahead and apply my seasoning. So here I am using all my seasonings, which I'll be combining together. It's 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon seasoning salt, some dry parsley, and some dry thyme. All these measurements will be in the description. So I'm just gonna continue to sprinkle all these seasoning combined together on the salmon, and of course I am doing both sides so that the salmon can be seasoned all the way through. So of course I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some more of that olive oil, and I've chosen the olive oil because certainly that's the better choice health wise. So I'm just going through to make sure that the salmon is properly covered with the seasoning, because this is all the seasoning that will be applied to the salmon. And I didn't want to go too heavy with the seasoning, just minimal seasoning, because you know sometimes when you over season then it becomes overpowering. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat the season on the salmon so it can soak up all that flavor. Okay, so now I have my pan ready with some salted butter, and I am adding my seasoned salmon. So I just want to point out that the salmon is very easy to cook. So I will basically be cooking it on both sides and just for 5 minutes only. So just to make sure that this salmon sucks up all the flavor of that butter, I'm just gonna be sprinkling some on the top of the salmon, just that it can get that buttery flavor, and it's ultimately gonna get a very golden color once both sides are cooked. I just want to also say that this is something that you can prepare, I would say, in 10 minutes. You know, once you have the salmon already thawed, you know, you could take it out in advance. You could also season it in advance, but if you didn't get to season it, you know, it's very easy to season. Some people just add salt and pepper only. I just added a few extra spices based on my preference. They are really optional. So now both sides of the salmon have received some heat, and they're looking very colorful, golden brown, and I'm just making sure that I add butter over it. Here I am adding some chopped garlic, and this is gonna really boost the flavor in addition to the butter. So as I said, the salmon, you know, it's very easy to prepare. One of the easiest dishes you can prepare in no time almost. Now I'm adding some more butter just for extra butteriness, silkiness, smoothness. And then I'm gonna make sure I give it a good stir to make sure that the butter is evenly distributed among the salmon. I think this looks beautiful. I think this is a go-to meal. It can be done for lunch or for dinner. You know, it's something that you could easily prepare on your way out or just as you're on your way in. And it can be paired with so many things, just even vegetables, just lettuce, tomatoes, you know, cucumbers, just something you can grab and go in your Tupperware. As I said, the salmon is very easy to cook, so I'm not gonna overcook it. Just 5 minutes is good on both sides, because I want to make sure that it is cooked all the way through. These slices of salmon, as you notice, it's not fillet, so they are very thick slices and they have bones, so I just have to let it sit there and make sure that I don't have to like put it in the oven because it's not properly cooked like all the way through. And if you were in the room, you would be able to smell that nice delicious aroma coming or emanating from the chopped garlic infused with the butter and all the other spices that I have rubbed on the salmon. So normally when you're eating fish, you know, any type of seafood, you want to add a little bit of lemon juice to that, or just even a slice of the lemon. It's you know, it's gonna add to the flavor. It's gonna take away the fishy taste. It's also gonna mask the fishy smell. It's just gonna give it a real balanced twist of flavors. If you like this recipe so far, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also go in the comment section and let me know if you do your salmon differently. Also, to go with the salmon, I'm gonna be preparing some sides. So now I am chunking some Irish potatoes, which I will be baking in the oven just to go along with this salmon. And this is something that you can do from overnight, right? And then in the morning you can have that to pack for lunch. You know, the kids can have it, the adults can have it. So I've washed my potatoes in some salt water, make sure I get all the dirt off that. And now I've added some oil to the baking pan and just spreading out these Irish in the pan to get ready to season it. So I'm adding some salt for flavor. Just Just adding a little garlic powder, just sprinkling it sparingly, and just adding some black pepper. You know, black pepper can go in almost everything. Yes, it's funny enough, but that's actually true. And then adding some parsley, dry parsley. That's gonna give the potatoes some color. And I'm sprinkling some olive oil on top of the potatoes. Now I'm just gonna combine my seasonings into the Irish potato. This bag is obviously, the gloves is obviously too big for my hand, but it's getting the job done. Just want to fix them in the pan, because when it you know, the potato faces down on the pan, the peel, the inside of it, it's gonna get that golden brown color once it gets done in the oven. So another side that I'll be adding are some green beans. I've cut them like the ends of it, just one side of it, the stem, and I've washed it in some salt water. And here now I am adding them on the file paper, just adding a little bit of olive oil first and just spreading them on, and just adding some salt on top for flavor. Of course, I'm gonna add a little black pepper, you know, just a little bit. And the garlic powder is also another great addition whenever you're doing your vegetables. And of course, the butter now is gonna be the icing on the cake. It's gonna make sure that the beans are not, you know, dried, but they are like very soft and succulent, if you want to say that. So I'm just closing the file, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven. So here is the finished product. The green beans, they were baked in the oven for 14 to 16 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. They were left to bake undisturbed until they are tender and a little bit shriveled looking, so you know they are ready. Also, for the potato cubes, they were baked in the oven for 45 to 50 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And you know that potatoes are definitely a go-to meal. It can go with any protein. It's something that you can do, and you can leave overnight on the fridge. You can have this for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So here are the salmon looking nicely plated with the lemons, and you can't deny how beautiful this is, and the color is so perfect, and the taste is even better. If you like this recipe today, please give it a thumbs up, leave a message in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Also, if there are any dishes that you would like to see me prepare on this channel, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. And I do have some more potato menus that I will be bringing forward, but in the meantime, stay tuned and see you next time.